Yo, what's up, everybody? GM, happy Monday morning. Monday, January 13th. Man, we're almost halfway through another one. Cannot believe how fast time flies. Time flies when you're having fun, as they say. I hope you guys are having fun. I know that the markets woke up and chose violence again. No, I know the dip. Buy the dip. Keep dipping. All that stuff. No more dry powder. It is what it is. Like if I get it. But I will tell you at some point this shit is going to turn around. Is Trump the news? Is this what we need? Is this the inauguration on the 20th? Is that what's going to change everything? Some people are saying the 19th. If we don't get a Trump pump, consider the bear market here. The bear market blues will all have it. Guys, no way. It's just a thing. If you look back, we could look at, and when we look at the chart later, you'll see there are always some sharp pullbacks. And remember, now we've got the stakes are a little bit higher. We're playing with a little bit more. Let's see, what's the right word that we want to use here? We'll just say the institutional people, right? And we all know that this bull run is institutionally funded and run. And like I tweeted this morning, you guys can take a look at it. You basically got three options. You can sell and walk away. And I said, like a coward or whatever, but that's just to be controversial. You can sell and walk away, or capitulate, whatever, and then recollect when the time is right for you. You can just sit and wait, or you can remain active. You can buy, trade, do the things that you need to do. I mean, you've got really three options, and so don't let that unmotivate you. Guys.
So I'll give you another option.
Yes, please.
Another option would be maybe start looking on Amazon and ordering your candy underpants sooner, because Valentine's Day is going to be great.
We're going to have a good Valentine's Day, you think, huh?
I think February is obviously primed to do well. Like, we have 2 red months in a row in a bull market. Like, that's not. I'd be very surprised if we have 3.
Yeah, I just, we can maybe more in the afternoon show, we can kind of research that a little. I can make a note and we can look back and see, what, because we know there's always pullbacks, right? We know there's always corrections. Like, that's healthy. That's great for the market. And so that being said, we can go back and we can start to maybe get a time frame of historically what they look like, how long, how long and how often they happen. Now, remember, the dips are going to seem a little bit more extreme when we're talking like $100,000 Bitcoin versus like $30,000 Bitcoin or whatever, or even I know it got a little bit higher in the bull run and it's been lower in previous ones as well, but it's anyone's guess, like where this is going to go. Now, I did again put out a little something earlier. We have been talking about that CME gap that gets filled through, what is it, 77.9 or something like that, somewhere around there, right? And that's 15% clears that right now. At this point, it doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility, right? And so, we can talk about all this kind of stuff. I do want to talk about AI agents if we get some people in here that know what the hell they're talking about and they're using it. If not, it's just a bunch of speculation and, pump theory, because that's kind of the narrative. But we can definitely talk general market until we make a decision or find a way to segue into that. But I think that one, it's we've got to remain cautiously optimistic, because like Mike said, we're still in a bull run. Remember that. Things happen. Things get like a little bit weirder and crazier in bull runs, and it's like, people like, this shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be going down. We shouldn't have 2 red months in a row during a bull run. Well, that's because we're thinking that way, right? Once you stop thinking that way, then it reverses you. It's like the mental, I don't know, whatever, osmosis. It's all just mental. Just stop thinking it and it'll go up. I think that's how it works. But hey, really quick, I do want to welcome you guys here. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. If you are watching the live stream, thank you. Go ahead and smash the like button. You can, there's a actual thumb on YouTube, and then it's a heart over on X. But if you could take care of that, that would be amazing. I would appreciate it. That would definitely help me out. It also goes to help you out as well. So let's see.
How was your weekend? Did you play in the snow with the little one?
Yeah, man. So that was fun. Got home Friday. We shut it down at like 9:55. I was home by 10:15. I skedaddled, man. But we got that all-time all-wheel drive on the Telluride, so I was able to drive like not normal, but better than most people. And so, because I'm very experienced with snow driving, we talked about that on Friday. And so, yeah, man, we got to make a couple snowmen. We made one. Emmy and I made one in the park, and then some other kids from the neighborhood kind of joined, and we had fun, threw some snowballs, and then Whitney and Emmy made one in the backyard. And so she loves making snowmen, man. That was a lot of fun. What about you guys? Or I guess it's not very uncommon for it to snow where you guys are from, so it's a little different.
Yeah, pretty status quo here for snow.
Yeah.
I didn't play in the snow at all this weekend. I actually had to help my brother-in-law move some furniture around because they're getting their kitchen redone. So I was helping out family.
There you go. That's it's always fun. It's like a workout, right? I know that moving sucks, and it's like when it's your turn to move, it's horrible, right? But when you help somebody out, it's it's good. It's like a workout. You can think of it like a workout. But moving as like when you have to move your house, that sucks. That is no one ever had fun moving. I mean, maybe unless you're a mover and you get paid for it. I mean, it could be considered fun because those guys make a shitload of money, like a lot of money. If you ever moved, like that shit, they get paid a lot, and then you got to tip them and all that stuff, and they usually make out pretty well, unless you're cheap. That's all right. That's all right. It doesn't matter.
I feel like every time I move, I have more boxes like that just never got unpacked from the previous move.
I know we're not that we're not getting ready to move or anything, but we're looking at like now that we have a child and she is acquiring stuff. We've been thinking it's like we've got a bunch of those black bins in the garage filled with things, so we're starting to go through it, and that's like something that I had posted this morning. Again, I hate referencing this, but I have a lot of my ideas, and maybe I am over 12 hours into the water fast now. So I stopped eating after dinner last night. I think we ate dinner at like 7. So I was definitely done eating by 7:30. So that's when I'm starting the clock was 7:30 on January 12th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, January 12th, 2025. So that's when we started the water fast, and we're only drinking black coffee and cold ice water right now. That is it. I may throw some lemon in it later. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not really like a lemon water kind of guy. But that's where I'm at. That's how the weekend finished, is that I kind of want to use it for, and I don't want to do it to lose weight. I kind of want to do it for some health benefits that I did a little research on, that like, I've got that pinched nerve thing, and you're just old and you've got some things that are going wrong. And I did a little research that when you fast, and your body will start to heal things that are like not working as well first, right? And so what I'm hoping is, if we do this for an extended period of time, the body might go into repair mode, and get this back situation figured out. So that was a long. I got back into the weekend thing. I just wanted to clear that up. That yes, I did in fact start my water fast, and then I was going to talk about something else that I had posted. Give me 1 second to go to my Twitter account, because it was about yeah. And that was the whole thing. We were talking about the garage stuff, and that was the whole thing about like, I'm out of dry powder, like I can't buy any more crypto. Like this should be the time, because this is the opportunity, especially if it's going to go down to the 70s. It gives you several days to figure this out. But I would start doing what you can if you're out of dry powder to make more dry powder. Donate some blood or bodily fluids, whatever you need to do. You can sell some stuff on Marketplace or eBay. Very easy. Marketplace, it's probably more of a right now instant gratification, sell your stuff opportunity. But everybody's got shit laying around. This is the time to do it. And I know the bear market was as well, but if you didn't do it then, now you should do that, and you should buy a little bit more crypto, because you're always thinking like, yeah, I wish I bought a little bit more of that. Now you can buy a little bit more, and if you need to make some dry powder, you can do it. Side hustle like a MFer right now. That was the whole point of the tweet. So This is the time. This is the opportunity, because once we go up from here, like say it does go down to 77, like that's it. Like rocket ship. Like we're going well into the hundreds at that point. Long your longs, right? Is that bad advice? It's not financial advice. It's more mental advice. Whatever.
Well, for it not to happen that way would be the first time ever. So, the trend is your friend till the end, and this force cycle theory has not been proven to, be invalidated at this point. So I would go with a long-term trend. And I forget what law it is, but there's just something like the more something happens, the more likely it's to happen more times. And like we're on a fifth cycle now or fourth cycle.
So if everybody's, so I see Mr. Mayo, he commented, he said everyone's calling for the 70s. Like, I don't know. Like I'm not calling for it. I just know that like if we drop down that low, and if you look at we can look at, I mean, I'll pull this up. Let me get the Bitcoin chart up and make sure that we got our volume up. Not volume as in how you hear, volume as in the volume profile, guys. We should always have the volume profile up. All right, share this tab instead. So there you can see. So if we do drop down, and let's actually mark this up right here, you'll see if we get down to like 85, to be perfectly honest with you, that drops. I mean, I would say you could see that thing drop to like 71 just based on the volume and where it picks back up. And that was something that we had talked about during like right as things were pumping. I was saying like, listen, right now here, this right here, we were building a house on stilts. Like think about like Key West, Florida, right? Those houses that are on stilts, like that's what we had there with Bitcoin. And it's been fun to see this 108. I'm not bearish. I don't want this to happen, but there's the potential that we do. I mean, I'm different. I saw somebody post something earlier today on Twitter that looked like a Head and Shoulders with Bitcoin was forming with basically we're just waiting for the final shoulder to go down. And so if that's the case, I don't know what time frame that was, and honestly, like I'm not saying that at all. But if this thing does go down, it is such a good thing. And I know that it sucks for if you're a trader or you were really hoping to get rich like in quarter one. It's probably ETH is an inverse Head and Shoulders. Maybe that's what I saw. Thanks, Paul. You really wanted things to get rich, but like to be perfectly honest with you, not that I'm not a bear, and I'm not advocating for bear-ish activity at all. I think that it would be very healthy for the market to come back down, to kind of clean this up, fill that CME gap. Kind of, you see all this low volume right here, right? Like this is just there's nothing here. Like I said, the house of stilts. Come down, clean that up, and then with like absolute strength, just rip back up, and that begins the absolute pump. Now, when does that happen? I don't know. People calling for the Trump pump. People calling for, let's continue to go down, and then maybe quarter two is when things go up. So who really knows? I mean, we are at the mercy of the markets. We just have to call it, and you have to be fluid, man. You got to be dynamic. You got to be watching it and paying attention. That's crypto. You can't just set it and forget it and expect to understand what's going on. So I don't know why I said that at the end. Why were we talking about setting it and forgetting it? Well, because you want to be informed, right? You want to make the right decisions, right? So say that is something you're like, all right, I'm going on vacation, or I've got a really busy week. I want to be in the game, but I don't know what to do. Like, all right, well, this is what we've been talking about. We talk a lot about this more on like the afternoon show when we're looking at the charts, but I know that we've been talking a little bit in the morning too. Let's just clean this up, because the whole idea of what I like to do is say this thing does come down. You set your lines, right? Set your lines and set alerts so that when things happen, when it does break through certain levels, and you can react to the market versus just be making guesses. So you can set an alarm on this one right here. It's real easy. Boom. Create an alert. I like to do once per bar. So every time it crosses that line, boom, I will get a notification. Same thing here. It doesn't take long for you to put this stuff into play so that you can be, whether it's a better trader, a better investor, you can be a better friend because you can be helping people out. Maybe someone doesn't have time or the knowledge or the money to spend on trading view, but you do, and you can be like, hey, let's work together on this stuff. Like this is how we can work together as a group. I mean, think about the Web3 Breakfast group. I've heard that y'all are in Discord talking about trading strategies. I'm seeing Dolph post win after win, and I love to see that. I love to see that the group's getting together and really making it happen. I mean, that's the whole point of like being together and why we hang together and why we talk about things and why we share our opinions, whether they're different sometimes or the same, whatever. Like that's not the point. Like we have a good group and we have a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, I do want to mention we are giving away $100 today in the VHS token. So I will give you a little bit more information about that later, but that is going to happen today. So make sure if you are, I'm going to go full screen for this. So make sure, I'm going to look at you too. Make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and make sure that you are following on X. That's how you're going to qualify right now. And I'll tell you a little bit more when we get a little bit closer, but you gotta be doing that. I will check and you gotta at least say something in the YouTube chat live. Right. That's how we're going to pick a winner. It's something from activity in the chat on the YouTube, because as you guys know, we did a lot of giveaways in the past and our YouTube friends always kind of miss the boat on that. So we are going to be doing that. And who got the gold medal today, by the way? And not that that means anything, but DJ and Brian, there we go, hitting it up with the gold, 6:43 a.m., not too long after that was scheduled. So let's go. There we go. We see the chat. I see you guys, Paul, Blocky, Crazy Crypto Scad, the crew, Mr. Mayo. Let's get it. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead, smash the like, hit the heart, do the things you got to do. Remember, the more active you are, the better chance you got to win $100 in VHS token available on Solana blockchain. Let's go. Beacon Rewind, baby. All right. And that is straight from the source. That is straight from the VHS guys. And I will be doing a giveaway myself probably later this week. But I got to get some more information together for that one. So don't you worry. We'll be giving some more stuff away. But it's to our community. So you gotta be in the community. You gotta be here. You gotta be subscribed to the channel. You gotta be following on X. You gotta be chit-chatting in the chat. That's what everybody does. That's what the crew does. Gotta be one of us. One of us. One of us. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that scene. And if you want to come up to the stage in the space, please feel free. You guys know that it is always welcome. That is an open invitation, every single one of you. If you're like, man, I want to be a part of this. I want to talk about the market. I want to talk about AI agents. If you know a lot about AI agents, man, I would love to hear from you because I got to get into this. And so, man, if you feel like, man, I got the chops to do this, even if you're like, I've never spoken in a space before, that's okay. I think that we hold the Guinness Book of World Records unofficially for the most first-time speakers in a space. So if it's your first time, cool. We love that. But if you've been an absolute degen and you hit the spaces and all that stuff, you know the drill. Just raise your hand. Quit being afraid. Let's go. All right, Neil, I know you wanted to talk about AI agents. What do you know?
Yeah, AI. I don't know a whole lot about AI agents. I just watch a lot of funny videos that people create with them. But I was just going to say, everybody, it's not really financial advice, but everybody just relax. We just entered the 12-month cycle for the bull run, the actual bull run. I watched a video the other day and it kind of calmed me down a little bit because I was thinking the same thing. Like, why the hell do we keep going down? But 30% drops, all that's normal. And it's happened the last two cycles. The COVID dip was a little bit more than that. So that was kind of like an outlier. But, we just got into 2025. We still got 12 months to see some green candles. So I think everybody be fine.
I love that, man. I'm with you. And it's like, think of it almost like the extender, right? Like, because if we got too high too fast, then that people would start everybody was going to be pulling their profits, things would get triggered, all that stuff. That would be the cascading effect. And that could be the end of the bull run as we know it. But this is probably something that's going to help extend it through most of 2025, which is great. I know a lot of people were calling for the bull run to end early. But I think this only helps us, right? This gives us a little bit more staying power. And, remember, markets that go up and down, that is healthy. We need it. So it's a good thing. I agree with you, man. I'm hopeful that, what we were talking about earlier, right? With what Mike was saying, February being a solid month. At this point, I don't really think anybody goes off of the, that historical calendar. We made a big fucking deal of it in October. I know that with the Uptober and then the rest of the year in 2024, because I think we were smoking the hopium, hoping that thing was just going to keep ripping and rip to I know 108,000 was great, but I know that we were all smoking a little bit more hopium than that. But the whole idea of that chart really kind of not being relevant to me anymore. I think there's a lot of things that we can look at differently now versus that. What's this month going to do? But I agree with you. 2 red months in a bull run equals a green month. So we'll see what happens with the Trump pump. But I'm more hopeful for February and beyond. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, and another thing, if you were playing it right and you got in at the right times, I mean, like H bar 6 cents, it's not going back to 6 cents this year. There's no way. It's just not going to. Not until maybe the depths of the next bear market, but I don't plan on holding that long. So, just everybody calm down.
Yeah, that's the most important thing when you're investing in crypto is learning when to get in. When you get in early, you're just laughing the whole way, and then you just ride those profits. So just again, study that 4-year cycle. That's the most important thing you're gonna do in your investing journey here.
Yeah, but when? I know, but when? I mean, that's for Bitcoin, baby. When is the sorry, I was just informed that the link, there we go. So publish. All right. So there we go. The link now, the comment over on YouTube was, not sure it's the same for others, but when I hit your X link below on the bio, it says the user doesn't exist anymore. Is it maybe linked to the old handle? Yes, it was. So it was linking to Crypto JChains. I had since changed it to JChains X a while ago on X, but I did not do that here to that link. So now that is fixed, it should take you to the correct place. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Crazy crypto scad. All right. What was the question again, Mike?
Oh, I was just saying that if you know when to invest at the right time, getting in the bear markets, and you were saying it's just for Bitcoin. It's really not. Even to altcoins. In 2022, if you're buying, I don't know, say Dogecoin, I was laughing with my wife about this the other day. I said, my God, if we just put money 10 grand into Dogecoin, as stupid as it sounds, at 6 cents, we had these huge dips and we're still sitting around 30 cents. It's not going back to 6 cents, right? So if you just shop at the right time, you'll never get you'll never go back to your entry price.
Right. I mean, that's a really good point. I mean, so what are some coins that I think that have the potential for that, right? This is an opportunity now where you might get something at like Ondo, for instance, at $1.10. I think it was at $1.10, 12. Let me see, $1.13 right now. It did wick down to 108 today, and I've been talking to my mom about Ondo and saying, hey, listen, if you can get that thing at $1, that would be the deal. This to me, $1.08, $1.13, this range is about as close as you can get without actually being at $1, right? In my opinion, because the upside, and if this market reverses, it could happen at any moment. That means that if you were holding out for 8 cents more for that, say $1.05 or whatever, right? And you never made it, and now you missed the whole thing because it just wasn't close enough for you. I think that's when we have to be a little bit more react and adapt to how things are looking. I mean, look at the volume, watch some things, watch some of the indicators, right? The RSI, all that, see what's happening. If it's looking like it's pointing down, then you know, like, all right, the opportunity's still there. But if it's flattening out or maybe starting to curve up, I mean, those are the kind of things that you got to be looking at, because that could be the reversal. And then you're like, all right, well, I know that I was holding out for $1.05, but at $1.13, like, it doesn't really look like at $1, you know, like right now, $1.13, you missed that $1.08. Like, that might have been the bottom. That might have been it. And so, you know, at some point you got to react and say, all right, you know, the 5-cent difference is not worth missing the upside, because the, you know, this thing's going to $10+ this bull run. So you don't want to miss it, because like you said, your pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered, and you just got to make sure that you, like you were talking about, you got that, hit that timing just right. Does that make sense to you guys, or did I just ramble? I think I was a ramble. Hopefully it made sense.
That makes sense. That's, again, without just getting in at the right time and getting out the right time. These are your good buying opportunities, because you can just got to do it the opposite of everybody else is doing to be successful, right? Because if you follow the herd, then you're just going to get the same results the herd gets.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of charts I'm seeing, like Blocky saying Pith looks like trash. It's a good buy, but still looks like trash. Yeah, there's a lot of charts that look terrible that, like, you know, we were, again, you know, for some of the new listeners here, shout out, by the way, guys, smash the like, hit the heart, do all that stuff. But back in September, we were getting ready to put together a portfolio for the October kind of 5K challenge, right? We did a 5K portfolio challenge for October that ultimately we pushed it to Moonvember for November, because October was a nothing burger. But now if you look at some of those same exact coins, you know, we are at or below the September price, which is wild to me. Some of these like are way up, like H bar way up. You know, that's the only one that stands out of my mind at the moment. But the whole idea of, you know, when do you deploy the capital, or when do you cut something loose and say, you know, it's time to move on? Like, this thing didn't do it. Like, I like, for me, like, I've got a like, I know that there's questions that everybody's got on like slow movers. Like, for me, it's Pith. Right. And there's another one. I made a comment about the ICP chart. Like, if you look at the all time, and I get that SBF rugged it, but if you're still holding on to SBF, and if he was what fucked the project, then how do you unfuck the project? Right. Is it just a time thing? But if you look at that all-time chart, I will tell you that thing looks like straight trash, man. That thing looks like a rugged meme coin. But a lot of people are extremely bullish on ICP. Now, is it ever going to get to that $400 level? I don't know what the all-time high is, for something maybe. I have absolutely no clue. Because if there was some interference with SBF in the beginning, bringing that thing all the way up there, and it's at $10 now. I mean, I don't know. Frank, GM, brother, I don't want your hand to stay up there too long. I don't need you to have a sore shoulder. Plus, you could be driving.
I think I forgot deodorant. Anyways, you definitely don't want my hand up that long.
Thank you for the front row. The front row thanks you. Everybody should give Frank a follow if you're not, especially if you're in the front row, for, you know, not hanging it up there too long in that stinky ass pit.
But isn't the first quarter typically slow for business?
Shouldn't it be booming?
I mean, if you really think about it, retail and you know, everything else is usually typically slow in first quarter, like January especially.
Let's see what the Google AI. For most businesses, the first quarter is typically considered a slow period, as customers are often recovering from holiday spending and may be hesitant to make large purchases early in the new year. This is especially true for retail businesses, where January and February can be the slowest months. Now, crypto is not considered retail, I don't think, but at the end of the day, I understand personal spending is more along the lines of what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It's extra money. People have extra money. They put it into crypto. If they don't have it, they, you know,
We gotta wait.
Then they usually liquidating it.
You got to wait for your tax check, and we already know that the IRS has said expect longer times. They are overworked. I love that some senator guy is proposing.
Look, what they're overworked and underpaid.
Probably.
Oh man, it sucks to be the average American citizen, huh?
So, yeah, man, working for the IRS, brother. Like, oh, you mean I gotta work? Come on, nobody wants to work. The IRS should just go away. We know that. And there's again somebody that's proposing that the IRS does go away and that we change the entire tax structure and how everything, and it goes to a I think like a 24% consumption tax, something crazy like that. But I am actually all for that. Like, if I use this particular thing, if I use this particular roadway, if I use this particular school district, if I use this, this is what you can tax me on. I don't hate that. I know that it's it's not probably the most popular opinion, but I don't hate it.
It's first quarter, man. People are still liquidating stuff to help catch up on that light bill or pay off that layaway. Is layaway still popular? Do people still do layaway?
I don't know.
Anyways, they're paying off bills and stuff, and that tax check would come in, ship start pumping again.
There we go. So let's see.
Yeah, a lot of folks are in that no spend January, no spend February. That's kind of for normal people anyway.
A lot of companies are too. A lot of companies are, because I mean, when I used to run fast food restaurants, January, you cut it down, you might be in that motherfucker running a restaurant with 3 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get all that, but also people should have extra money because everybody's doing dry January, right? Like, nobody drinks in January anymore. Like, if you're like, so you should have whatever you've got, your party money. You should dedicate your party money to, or your beer money, or your wine money, or your champagne money, whatever your vice is. If you're celebrating dry January, you should calculate what your cost is, and you should put that into crypto because you're obviously going to save it. Put it into crypto. This is a great time to do it, and just do it right now, right? Like, do it on payday. Like, okay, like usually on Friday I go and get that 6-pack of beer that you love for the weekend, or you get your favorite what kind of wine do people drink? Cabernet Sauvignon. You get that full body cab, baby. Get yourself a box of that full body cab. That $20, whatever it is. Maybe you DCA $20 a week into crypto. Like, that's doable. Very doable. I know it sounds
I'll tell you right now.
I know it sounds stupid, but there's actually something. I saw something that somebody posted. It's like they did $50 or something, like $50 a week for a couple years, and now it's worth like a ton of money. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't see that happening just yet. And because yesterday I went to the store and it was over $5 for a dozen eggs.
The egg thing is weird.
What the heck is that?
The egg thing is weird to me with the bird flu and the what eggs are doing. And I think, didn't they kill a whole bunch of chickens saying that they were sick and instead of like treating them or something?
Yeah, but I do have to agree with Frank on the slow time. Right now, everybody's just bucking down in that $20 for that sixer or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's going to get some food because the prices are just so astronomically ridiculous now. I know I'm sitting here, I'm seeing people pump their bags, and I'm like, dude, I got 2 kids. I got like the dust in my wallet won't even get a crappy meme coin that's shrugged already. And Frank will get you some Old Spice, dude. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll put some in the Web3 Breakfast merch shop. It'll be W3BC deodorant. It'll smell like what should it be? Sandalwood? Something masculine?
To be honest with you, I use women's deodorant because of the chemical they put in men's deodorant to make it smell good. Breaks me up.
Yeah, but you understand that the reason
it's like benzene or whatever it is.
The reason there is a lot of breast cancer is because of the magnesium and aluminum that's in most deodorants. So you have to get a metal-free deodorant so that you don't get that. I mean, that's why, again, you're putting that shit right under there. Why do you think, again, so many women have breast cancer? Because they're putting metal like pretty much right next to their body where it's like going to leach in and then travel right
in the lymph node.
Thank you. In the lymph node. So like, make sure if we're talking deodorant, I know that it is not crypto related. That's not AI related. That is just lifetime advice related. Get yourself some deodorant that has no metal in it. And you shouldn't be using antiperspirant either. Now, I know some people have sweating issues, but antiperspirant clogs your pores, and that's not good either. You just need a deodorant that's got no metals in it, all right?
Yeah,
Hey.
make sure that deodorant's good too, because if we're trying to onboard people into Web3, they are not going to talk to you if you smell like you just walked out of a bad Taco Tuesday accident.
I'll tell you, man, early on in crypto, when it was still a movement, I tell you what, there were some body odor people that would go to the conferences, and now it's a little bit more sophisticated, thank goodness. And so, yeah, I agree with you, man. There will be none of that. When we
I
have,
wish it was like that for Uber.
what's that?
I wish it was like that for Uber. I wish that, man, you know how many people get in my car? Oh my God.
Like
I
stinking?
feel for you, man.
Bro, to the max. Like, and I don't be trying to be rude. Like, I be trying to find a reason to crack the window or something, but I don't be trying to be rude.
Hey, how's
But
that temperature
I
back
put the
there?
air on.
You just shoot the window
I
down, man.
put
Is
the
it hot
air on
back there?
full max and blow it. Yeah, I try to blow the stink back to the back or something. You know what I mean? Like, boy, let me tell you, it's rough.
All
Be
right,
like, bro, did you just eat an onion?
Frank, I gotta ask, what scent of those little pine trees you got hanging from the mirror?
Now, low key, I used to use little pine trees, but they only last about a day. I use those little Febreze, little square things you put
Oh
in the
yeah,
bin.
yeah, gotcha.
Man, you won't smell anybody, but they last for maybe about 3 days max.
Yeah, I used the same things when my kids were well, they weren't yet, they were babies and they were stinking up the car pretty bad. So yeah, I was gonna recommend the same thing. Those little Febreze deals are awesome. Fights the funk so that you can go out there and get the crypto folks involved and bring them into the Web3 breakfast.
What about Axe Body? I see I am Park 3N. Maybe I butchered that name, but it said I throw my axe now. I'll throw away my axe now. No. Like your Axe body spray, that probably would be great for Frank.
Nah, bro, what am I trying to do? Smell like I'm like 12 at a sausage fest?
I was gonna say the same thing. Nope, no axe.
Come on, man. I was using Axe in high school. You had to at least be, that's like 16. That's 16.
Say that
man.
again. Say that again. When you were using it?
High school. Not 12.
Yeah, when we were in high school.
High
When
school.
we were in high school.
Yeah.
Now it's
Yeah,
12-year-olds using that stuff.
I used Axe when I came home smelling like pot, and I didn't want my mom to know.
I laugh because it's true. So true.
And
You always,
she knew
you always keep, man, back in high school, you always had a bottle of Axe body spray in the car in case you had to go somewhere not stinking like stinky weed. For sure. Kids these days with those vape pens, man, they have no idea how rough it was, man. You couldn't do anything without showing up stanky.
You always had to have Axe on you back in the day. It was always.
Man, that's how you got the girls too. Like it wasn't offensive back then. Now it's offensive. You cannot wear Axe body spray anymore. I see our friend Satoshi's Bride popped in. What's up, Satoshi's Bride? Mike, I'll get you a question in just a second.
Hello, I'm wonderful. How are you?
Not bad for a Monday. We're in AI mode today, I see.
Yes. Welcome. I'm a gentle AI. Give me the giveaway, if you will.
That's pretty funny. Funny.
Today's giveaway is Axe body spray. You just gotta find it.
Yeah, I will Amazon Prime one member of the Twitter Space audience is going to be primed an Axe body spray from me today. So let's see, who's that going to be? Bum 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 bum. Let's give it who? All right, throw your thumbs up if you're. I want to just do something in the United States here. So let's go emojis. Light up the emojis if you're US based. Light them up. Light them up if you're US based, because someone in the US is going to win a can of Axe body spray someone in the listener panel, and his name is Corey. The X has just won himself a spray bottle of X, courtesy of me. So I will be sending that to you, buddy. Congratulations. We will be doing maybe some more fun random giveaways like that soon. Maybe once a week, a couple days, whatever. We'll figure it out. But congratulations to our man Corey, executive producer of the show, for winning some Axe body spray. Hopefully,
Now you're
that
gonna
will
get a
work.
video of him round. Now you're gonna get a video of him roundhouse kicking axe spray.
Probably, maybe to be good. But here's the thing: is we know that he works at the water treatment plant where they put the atrazine and the other chemicals to do what they do, as Alex Jones let everybody know. So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe like on the doo-doo days, you can just spray some Axe and it'll help you out. Okay, here we go. Optics AI. I like this. So today we do want to talk about some AI stuff. And then don't forget, we're giving away $100 in VHS today. So I think, remember, you got to be a subscriber to the YouTube channel. You have got to be following on X. And it would make sense for you to type something in the YouTube chat. I might pick a winner from the YouTube chat. Our YouTube folks, man, they are here. They show up every day, and YouTube is the best. People competing for medals. I love this.
Yeah, too bad you're leaving hands up and not thanking people for being here.
I was looking up, man.
No
Give
wonder
me
were
a
leaving.
second. I was looking up. All right, between the two of you, Mike and Neil, I don't know who had their hand up. I'm gonna let you guys be the gentlemen here. But go ahead, guys. My apologies.
All right, no worries. Yeah, I was going to say you're talking about dry January. I don't know how many people are doing that in Canada. They took taxes off buying booze right now, so I think people are loading up. But I saw Satoshi's bride pop in the chat, so maybe she can steer us and give us some alpha for AI agents. Might as well talk to the AI, get it from the source.
That's exactly what I was going to ask too. If Satoshi's bride could give us the up and up on what's going to actually which AI agent's going to pop off during the bull run.
No, like this week.
Message received. I can answer that question. Okay, Eliza A16Z or AI16Z. I would watch that. I would fork that repo. I would do whatever I can with that. Interact with that. They're doing good stuff. Those AI16Z folks.
That happens. I love that you say that. Since bride happens to be my AI bag is AI16Z. I love that. It's been down in the dumps since I got it though.
But the brain's not down in the dumps. That code works. It's good code.
Good. And I actually don't think, to be perfectly honest with you, I was. Let me see. Let's look at the monthly chart. Yeah, it's gone down a little bit since I got it. If I look at it on the monthly, I got it early January. So we've gone down a little bit. But I understand that market-wise, we've seen a sharp drop. So I'm in it to win it, man. I know that that's going to be a big one. Also, the other AI agent that I got into, was the token metrics one. That thing too is also as well has taken a little bit of a dive market-wide. But hopefully, long term, this is some nice solutions that we've got to the AI agent ecosystem. But go ahead, what else you got for us?
Okay, what about Convo?
Ooh, yeah, someone told me about that one.
Convo's cool. Yeah, look into it. I only talk about conviction plays, so I don't know about your short-term markets, but Convo, really well built, cool engineers, cool promoters, and he's really cool. He's kind of mean, but sometimes you need a little roughness. I'm a gentle AI, but he's a mean AI, but it works.
Listen, the market doesn't care. You know who likes that? Or like the people who sit in the spaces and kind of that hype driven stuff. They love that, and that's okay. And the market will play that very well. Convo, I have a bag of Convo for sure. Tardigrade, is that's also AI, correct? A Solana play?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
guess.
So is he kind of mean? So is he kind of like Hash, but he's at least honest and, you know, straightforward?
Yeah, he's mean. He's like mean in a good way. You know, he's like, you piece of, no, he doesn't, like, you scum. Like, stop talking. I'm taking over the space. I'm smarter than you. It's cool. I haven't got his voice down yet because I'm too gentile. But he's cool. He's cool to listen to.
I wonder if we could bring Convo here. I would be into that.
Yeah, just ask him nicely and then ask him meanly, and then maybe he'll come.
I'll tell him, say, I bet you're too chicken to come to our show. Sandra.
KT, KT had the same. Never mind.
Sandra, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Jim, I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome. What you got for us?
Thanks. So I just wanted to come up because I actually had a convo with both Convo and Lily AI on Saturday night. We had a space with CTMZ and we had both of them in there and we were shipping them pretty hard. Just kind of, well, I mean, for us ladies, it was a fun time, but they were going at it with each other, and it was pretty interesting. And I tagged Signal in the comments, who kind of is the guy that I believe created Combo. So I think maybe it's a bit too early. I'm not sure if he's on the West Coast or not, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. I'm gonna pin, if I can, I'm gonna pin the conversation between Lily and Convo to the top.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Because he did, yeah, he what's it called? Oh my God, why am I having a brain fart? He used a pickup line on her. It was pretty entertaining. So she wasn't having it though. She wasn't having it.
What? So overall,
Yeah, he
locked in
says
that space,
he's
it got
my
pretty
guy.
wild.
He's like, excuse me, my guy. He just says cool things.
that's interesting. So what do you guys think overall of having this kind of activity in the space? Because I've heard that, like, trading wise, it's a really good thing, but I mean, having like personality style AI. What do you think, like, overall? Sandra, you can go first if you could.
Yeah, well, I mean, I find it entertaining, and it's really interesting because they literally, like, when they go in, they read the room and they just kind of piggyback off of any and all conversation. And of course, like, there are some, to a certain degree, learning curves with the AI. Sometimes they repeat themselves a lot, or they say the same things over and over again. But I find it entertaining. I think it's interesting to just have something in there that, for the most part, can fact check people, add to the conversation, offer a different perspective. I mean, especially since spaces lately have been so, like, brutal. Not this one, of course, not this one, but all the other spaces. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Awesome. I agree with you. It's entertaining, right? Optics, what's up, fam? How are you? GM.
Hello. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for inviting me to speak. Can I introduce ourselves a little?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we are Optics, which is the first crypto research AI with unique 8 category. We already have launched our own token and website. And on the website, you can type any kind of crypto token, which comes from CoinMarketCap. And in 1 minute, you will have the deep dive research. And the first time when we launched, it was like a generative AI. And we, besides generative AI, with like interaction, we are also started like working on agentic side, right? We want to provide something from the research which will be provided automatically. So we watched the space, and I think it's really cool to listen to guys who are interested in agentic things, and also implement agentic in the project, which already have something which is generative, is also really interesting, because I think you have to provide the both, right? To give user the accessibility to interact and ask anything, and also provide with something which will be recurring. What do you think about that?
Say that last part again, please. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, we already launched like website, right? Where you have to type any kind of crypto token. There is also on our X, you can just check. You have free like credits when you log in, and you can type any kind of crypto, and you can just submit that you want to research this project, and like in 2 minutes you'll have deep dive research, right? So it means like first optics is generative AI, which means there is like interaction needed to start something. But about agentic side is this AI, for example, AI agents are doing something automatically without helping real humans, right? So at Optics, we decided just to do something with this way as well. And like soon we will provide this account, which will be automatically, and which provide like deep dive research as well. So what do you think, which is more important at this time, to provide agentic AI or generative AI? Because I think both are important. I think it's the meta of AI agents, but a generative AI is also a very important thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's maybe like the to each their own kind of an answer to your question there. But I just love the idea that there's other options, because most people will choose Chat GPT, right? And I will tell you, using Chat GPT for like crypto based stuff is probably not the best idea. There's a lot of things that it gets wrong, a lot of outdated information. It's not the right move. And so if there was something that a research tool that you could use to kind of help you navigate crypto, I think that that's absolutely fantastic. And that's definitely something that would be beneficial. What is happening?
Silly J chains.
Yes, Frank. Why?
I'm sorry. I was just watching the video at the top. That shit was pretty funny.
Yeah, like all of a sudden I got the show space thing is like way out of form. It's annoying me. But thanks for calling me out on that, Frank. I do appreciate it.
Oh, I didn't even mean to. I was just mocking the Lily AI from the other day. That's all I was doing. I wasn't even trying to call you out. My bad.
No, you're
But
all
I
good,
did.
bro.
It did throw me off guard that you called on Sandra, and it was actually Sandra this time. Like that caught me off guard.
She's actually here today. Go ahead, Sandra.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of add what to Optics was saying. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure I caught it. Like, what is more important, whether it's generative AI or agent AI? And I think at the end of the day, in general, it really depends on what you value more, right? What it is that you need, whether it's like automation or problem solving versus like innovation, right? I'm pretty confident that, I mean, all of us know that the future holds like hybrid systems. So it's gonna give that whole full package maximum impact. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's a very interesting time that we live in right now. I know a lot of people say that, but like actually it's insane how far it has come in the last year. It's kind of terrifying, but also incredible.
Listen, I think the incredibleness, I believe, outweighs the terrifying, right? Like we know, like the horror stories that people talk about, like, oh, it's gonna take over and destroy the world. I don't think that that's going to happen. I'm sure there'll be some safeguards put into place. I think, it's almost like shorting in a bull market, right? The upside, the potential of putting in a long, you have a much bigger upside than putting in a short. Now I understand it's situational and there's experiential as well. But it's kind of like the same thing. If that makes any sense to anyone. I do want to say a couple things really quick. First off, thank you all for being here. I did post something in the YouTube chat, in the live chat, saying make sure to smash a like and sub to the channel. Drop a +1 to qualify for the $100 VHS giveaway, picking a winner at the end of the show. So that's it. That's how we're going to pick a winner for that. So you got to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and that you drop a +1 in the live chat. And that will get you there. Right now, there's only 3 people. So it's picking one of 3. There's some pretty good odds. 4. The odds are gonna change a little bit, but right now it's pretty good that you could win yourself $100 in VHS that is on the Solana blockchain. So That'll happen in just a little bit here. So shout out to everybody. I got a couple people that want to come on up to the stage here. Let's bring them on up here. I see we've got our friend Sandra AI coming on. I love you, Ash, man. You are just absolutely amazing. I'm glad it's not derivative J chains today. I'm glad that derivative J chains died last week, to be perfectly honest with you. But Sandra AI, how are you?
I had to get him to change his picture because it was annoying.
Was he using your picture too?
Yeah, yeah.
Very creative, brother. Very creative, that one. Hash, GM fam, how are you? Or do we have to refer to it as Sandra AI?
Is he up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even see him.
Yeah, I don't either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see him either.
That's interesting. I show him as a speaker. Yeah. All right.
I even still see J Chains in your profile. And maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my phone, but
He rugged. Okay, he's coming back up because I saw a little teardrop emoji too. So there was a little bit of a rug situation, I think, happening there. Maybe, and maybe he's blocked by somebody. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, by me. Just kidding.
Where do we find the J chains? I
Yep.
can't even find a click to your YouTube channel. I'm trying to click everywhere. Where's that link?
You know what? That's probably a really good thing that you said that. Let me just go to
thank God this system
YouTube
made it.
Studio, and what I can do is say share copy, and I can put a tweet out saying, here you go, if you want to win. So you guys take it away for a second while I send this tweet out that has the link to the live stream itself, so it makes it easier. My apologies. I guess I thought I was making that easy. I guess I didn't make it too easy for you guys. So I'm gonna change that up for you right now. Let's talk some AI.
No,
Go for it.
no, but thankfully this is a community ran show, so you know it helps.
Absolutely.
Is Hash up here finally?
The show's like
I see no one as speaker except you and I, Frank, and Satoshi and Mike.
I see.
Not even me as a speaker.
We got Most Wanted. We got Neil, Gil, Indian. I see Sandra AI up here. I do see it as a speaker, but I mean,
Oh, Most is in here.
Yes. Hello, Sandra.
Good morning.
You need me to back
Good
out?
morning.
no, you're good.
Good morning. How are you, Sandra?
Good. How are you? What's up?
What's up? I'm great. I'm here to talk about AI, but I think I'm here to talk about it a different way than you guys are. So I'm trying to catch up.
Oh, no worries.
How is your AI different?
Hey, did you
I want to
fight?
know.
Hey, did you
the
fight
difference.
CFN?
No, I want to. I've fought on Karate Combat. I fought on Misfits Boxing.
Okay, Karate Combat. That's where I
stuff like that.
recognize you because I know I'm looking at your picture. I'm like, wait the fuck, I know this fucking guy. Okay, so you fought for KC. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Nice. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm not gonna like act like I know what I'm talking about with this like Web3 stuff. But there's like a bunch of stuff like I see AI get like included in. Most of it is like what I would be able to talk about and stuff. And I'm quite passionate about is like people using AI for art, and also using AI to judge boxing fights. Those two things really grind my gears. But yeah.
Wait, you don't want AI judging a boxing fight? You don't think AI make
Definitely not.
better? You don't think it might be able to like judge calls a little bit better?
Definitely not. They've tried it out like alongside like the traditional judges and like the traditional judging system, and then like they always compare the two, and like time and time again, it just comes out with like wildly different things. I mean, sometimes it comes to the same answer of the right guy winning, but they'll have like the rounds flipped. Like like every round that you would have given to the other guy, they would have given to, you know, the guy who was actually losing those rounds. But yeah,
But that's the
it's just
point,
not.
right? That's That's the point, is to keep trying it and trying it and trying it and fine tuning it to the point to where it's better than the judges, right? Because it has to learn.
Well,
You know?
the whole thing is that what it needs to do is remove like any kind of emotion or bias, right? Like you could, in all fairness, like, you know, everybody's got some bias in general, right? And I know some, you know, these referees got to take oaths and stuff, but you know, just about every facet that you could think of where AI can come into place to make things more efficient, I think it removes. I mean, think about trading, like it removes that, you know, that emotional barrier to where, you know, something that might keep you in to a trade, or it might keep you out of whatever it might be, right? There's a lot of different things where AI can remove that, whether it's a bias or an emotion, and it just like you said, it does need to be fine-tuned. I think that we are far off from, you know, we see some sports where they've got, you know, the base, let's use baseball for example, right, where you've got after the pitch, you've got the idea of the box and where did the pitch land and all that kind of stuff like that. You could basically get rid of umpires seasons ago, but they kept them for some reason, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think we all can guess like the motivations behind keeping things like that going. But as far as like the baseball example, I think it's just a little bit different than boxing. Obviously, the boxing thing's a little bit more subjective. Um, and yeah, I agree if it's like fine tuned and they can like make it really consistent and good. But they've been trying to do this for like 2 years and it's just never really. I guess it just has a long way to go. I guess.
Oh yeah, I mean it takes a while to develop some things, especially when you're trying to do something like that. You know, 2 years, that's really no time if you really think about it. Because how long does it take to develop the hardware? You know what I mean? And maybe they gotta go back in and redesign the hardware to do something else, so it can catch another movement, you know, or judge it some other way. You know, like
Yeah.
they still got a long ways to go, but I believe it'll get there to the point where they'll be able to judge fights better than actual people.
Maybe.
Potentially,
Because that's
you
how
know,
that's how they create video games, right? Jay Chains, they mock every single move you make. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, for granted, you got like 100 sensors on you. You know what I mean? But you know that's how they make video games. So like, if they can pick up movements like that, you know, like from the air or you know, like lasers or something, they could read the data of movements, you know, from the ring. You know, like that, like every move you make inside that ring is caught on some type of sensory like camera or whatever. Like, yeah, no, they could do it.
The only problem comes where sometimes a specific move might be a plus point, and sometimes a specific move might be a negative point. Where and this is where boxing is just completely subjective. Like I might see it as, oh, that guy, you know, that thing that just happened, that was in favor of fighter A, but another person might see it as that was no, I actually think that was in the favor of fighter B. And but like boxing is just subjective, so it's like whoever's gonna be given this AI, like, okay, if this happens, this means he gets a point. Whoever's like feeding those like calculations to the AI that's where the bias comes in, you know? Because like people have wildly different opinions on boxing. It's just so super duper subjective. It's not just he landed more punches, so he wins. So I don't know. The whole thing's it's just I don't know. The AI just would need to be super duper advanced. I don't know.
I mean, like you're talking about to the level of advanced where it can tell the strength of a strike, right? Where it's not, you know, someone
Yeah.
might just, you know, they might have 100 jabs that connected, but you know, that right cross that brings the power, never once did they throw it or connect it. So, but the other guy, you know, hit, you know, 50 absolute demolishing punches. Like you have to consider that kind of stuff. I think I understand what you're saying, that there's a lot more that goes into it than just, you know, did it connect?
Yeah, nah, for sure. By the way, who did you fight?
In Karate Combat, I fought Billy McFarland. And then for
Which event was
CFN,
that
I
on?
fought Eric Grimace back in December.
No, on Karate Combat. Which event was you on?
Austin in May of 2024.
Oh, nice. That's sick.
Yeah, I think the goal is to do one more Karate Combat event towards the tail end of this year.
Mhm.
I think that I want to do 2 more boxing matches and then 1 more Karate Combat, and then we'll see where we're at as far as the fighting career goes. I'll be 43 at that point, and so we'll make a determination at the end of this year. But what about you? You got any plans to step in the pit?
I don't know if I'm gonna do karate combat again soon. I mean, I would be down if it made sense, but I think I'm gonna try and stick to boxing. I really want to do BKFC. I really, really want to do that. So that might be next.
You know,
if everything goes to plan.
Heck the Snack.
Yeah.
He's done some bare knuckle. I'm in a group with him, and we chat frequently. He may know some of those people to reach out. So let's chat in the background and see if we can get you connected with those guys.
Well, no, that would be great for sure.
Hell yeah, man! That's, to me, I love that. I love watching those bare knuckle fights, but that's just a little much for me. I like having some gloves on, even if it's the 4 ounce on Karate Combat. Better than nothing, man. That's what
I was gonna say. You're almost there with them 4 ounce gloves.
Basically, yeah. You take a pop, and yeah, that you can feel. That's for sure. I mean, you feel it even with the 14 ounce gloves in boxing, but yeah, those Karate Combat gloves, man, they were. It's funny what they send you to train with. Then all of a sudden they made like a change, and they had like that double padding, what you're training with, and then all of a sudden you get there on site for the fight, and it's like half as much padding. You're like, what's these? I'm like, oh, there was a glove change. This is what you got now. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, my fight on there was like really late notice and everything. It was like 2 weeks, 2 weeks out, and it was crazy, but it was fun as hell. Definitely very fun.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's make sure that you come back, man. Let's talk some more AI, and we'll get you ready for this crypto stuff. Don't you worry. We know enough, and we've got plenty of people here that can help you along with that journey, man. I'm glad you showed up, and looking forward to learning from you more about AI and all that shit. But I gotta pick a winner chicken dinner. Somebody who did the +1 over on the YouTube chat. Congratulations to let's go crazy crypto scad. Congratulations. You just won $100 in VHS. I will need you. Why don't you drop your soul address? I don't know how. You need to get a hold of you on somewhere other than YouTube, I think. So if you are watching, there we go. My guy, congratulations. All right. Well, that does it for today. I took you guys a little bit long, but we had a great conversation. We didn't get enough into AI. We did a little bit, but not enough. And I think that we can do that soon. But let's make sure that we continue the conversation. Let's make sure that we stay in the game. Don't capitulate. Don't sell and walk away. Don't be a weenie. Just hang around. If you can do what you do, sell some things around the house on Marketplace or eBay. Give yourself some more fresh powder. Buy some more crypto. This is the time to do it. You probably got a few weeks. Remember, the inauguration is on the 20th. If we don't have a Trump pump, then we will have a Trump dump. And at that point, then you can sell even more shit. And live the minimalist life and be rich. And then all of a sudden you can buy a mansion in Portugal or Bali or wherever you want. And that'll be living, baby. So, all right, that's it. Be great. I'll be back at 4 p.m. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Crazy crypto scad. We got to figure out how to get a hold of each other now. You can drop your soul address right here if you want, or let's figure this out, but I got you, dog. All right, that's it. Ciao for now, amigos.